The Untold Story of Colored Town. Overtown is one of the poorest neighborhoods in Miami, Florida. What was once a thriving African American city is now a lost child of Miami, Florida. It is one of the poorest cities in the United States. Known as the African American Enclave, Colored Town, when Miami was founded in 1896, the area had begun to be referred to as Overtown by the middle of the 20th century, and at that time was the thriving heart of Miami's black culture. Though during the mid 1900s, the neighborhood was known as the Harlem of the South. By the last decades of the 20th century, Overtown had become a center of urban decay, poverty, and crime. The Miami Herald reports that according to the 2000 census, 55% of Overtown's approximately 8,000 residents live in poverty. Unmarried women headed 62% of households, and 90% of the homes were renter occupied. The Purvis Young mural. Purvis Young was born in Miami's Liberty City in 1943. He never attended high school, and as a teenager in the 1960s, he served 3 years in North Florida's Rayford State Penitentiary. In prison, he was a self-taught painter. He found himself in Miami's historically black Overtown neighborhood in 1971, painting what he observed. The D.A. Dorsey House. Dana A. Dorsey helped organize South Florida's first black bank and amassed a real estate empire while developing Overtown. The Colored Police Precinct and Courthouse Museum, as it was sanctioned in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, was designed and built specifically to provide a segregated base of operations for Miami's newly formed colored patrol officers and newly appointed colored city judge. To the all-white Miami Police Department and the city government, segregation and discrimination was just a way of life. This now historic structure provided a base by which those original black officers and the one black judge would dispense justice while fighting crime, segregation, racial injustices, the barriers of discrimination within their own city of Miami Police Department and the city government. Numerous times during the 1980s, tensions between the Miami police and residents of Overtown resulted in a series of violent disturbances in their neighborhood. You can see that depicted in the mural. Wynwood, just a few blocks from Overtown, is the designated city of art now. The city is infamous in their monthly Art Basel walks, which is becoming a newly commercialized area, forcing Overtown residents out and bringing outside businesses in, causing numerous amounts of locals stranded in their own city. Overtown. This is sadly becoming a city lost in its own culture.